Hiya, this one's about timeshare templates and the inner modifications of how it actually runs, what you're really signing up for. In the free world, the timeshare templates, as I go on about, is the 44473, which is 44 weeks and 4 days back to yourself in career, 3 times, and 7 weeks and 3 days between 7 of you sharing a local job. The 7 weeks and 3 days by 7 people brings you up to 52 weeks, but you still need induction time, so the 4 days remaining in your 44 weeks and 4 days could be used, and 4 days for induction time, still giving you back 44 weeks. This is how it really run, in the inner detail, so you'd be doing sort of like 8 weeks really, do you know what I mean, if you look at it. But it's how it really realistically runs. I mean, it could be used other ways. I mean, you could do 7 weeks and 3 days, and then use the 3 days for induction, and then it still leaves you sort of like, that brings up to 49 weeks, or set work that's been done, 7 weeks set work each, but so you still got 3 weeks remaining over. So what you could do is have sort of like, of the 7 people, you could have like 3 of them doing 8 weeks and 3 days, and the other 4 just doing 7 weeks and 3 days, or you could have one person doing 10 weeks and 3 days if they wanted, and every 6 to 6 other doing 6 weeks, doing 7 weeks and 3 days each. You see, sounds confusing, but that's really the variability of what you could play it like, and if people are happy to play like that, it's just basically putting it out there, in its flexibility and its use. I mean, it's usually going to use exactly what it is time sharing a building space for small little sort of public services and projects, or people that want to put things for 7 weeks and 3 days sharing spaces. You've got that 3 days there to pre and post, to take all the paraphernalia of your personal company that you're in a building sharing, to prep the place, Then you've got 7 weeks set on actually sort of like promoting and serving what it is you've got for 7 weeks in the building. The other one's more, the one that I think would be used more often, be the 39-13, which is 39 weeks back to yourself in free time in career pursuit, and 13 weeks used for work in the local area. Then the 13 weeks being 4 people, brings you up to the 52 weeks. You still need 3 days in induction, so that'd have to be taken out your 39 weeks, you see. And you could even be 1 week or 2 weeks, do you see what I mean? So you could have only 37 weeks back to yourself, but for what we're in now, and you get the 4-week holiday, you can see it comes as a complete and utter welcome relief to how things pragmatically would really run for us in our times of a free world. See, it's not, you can do with these things, you can use both of them. Some companies, it's all down to basically innovation and what sort of suits a company's public service and how they operate as a public service, and how they're going to operate, you see. In the transition or change from moving the 48.4 of a system that we're in now of monetary, and when we go non-monetary in the free world sometime in the future, which is not too far away, in the sense of it could be any time from sort of like now, ears open, right, to basically another 50 years. I hope it's not as long as 50 years, but what I'm trying to get at, in this window space of time, more of us ain't voting, and we've already beaten them, by 1.5 million in this country. In the general elections, that is 15 million of us don't vote, the unheard vote, and then there's 12.5 coming first in the post, which is the Conservatives at the moment. They're never going to get any more. More people are going to become more despondent over time through these parties. It's going to make more people want to join into not voting, which is the unheard third's way. What I put as an independent is basically taking it to that further level of step 1, don't vote, but we've got to, but I'm talking about step 2, step 3, step 4 and step 5, to completely extinguish their system out. We'll have a plan ourselves as people, you see, to how we're going to take them on without no one having to be elected. It's not about being into politics, it's actually removing politics in their banking system and their legal system, and letting things naturally run for themselves through the industries of service, which is going on. It's only hijacking the government and their banking system, their legal system, that basically keeping us to duress of our own free world and free time to be as free as the rich, So basically freedom, mission and attainment of all things that we've actually run and provide actually. So by time sharing the duties, we just basically get our freedom back, where we're pragmatically covering the boring jobs that need to be done, but also getting our career pursuit, and also getting our free time back, so we've got more free time for our own life, friends and families, that we're living with, no more struggles, the pressure's been taken off of the monetary control. This is totally the way that I can see that would work, but it's using these 2 timeshare templates. And to reiterate, it's just basically, this one's really also just about that. being a dictator of how it really runs, you know. So when it says 7 weeks and 3 days, that's 7 weeks and 3 days you set work you work, but there's also 3 days or to 2 weeks extra that you would have to do in induction, you know. Or in the 13 weeks it could be actually 15 weeks, you see what I mean? That you're actually, you know, working all in all. The 13 weeks you're actually there for set work, and the other 2 weeks is preparation in induction time. So yeah, so keep these in mind, but now these are realistic approaches that we could start to use to be innovate getting out of this system and installing this, you know. It's our answer back to the system, you know. It's the way that you would put it inside all human resources as a working roster, you see. And put this in as where the true revolution is. There'd be mega intensive working as human resources, but for 13 weeks, 15 weeks of your life while you're training and doing it, you know, you still got basically 37 weeks back to your life, you know, per annum, and you're going to get that in a moment in this life. Never. So it's all bound by money and it's set piece, you know, it's an impersonal system. You tune to it, it doesn't tune to you, and this is the best we can tune to each other in a verity of reality that we live in, you know, to make things continue to work as it is, and then basically receive what we are used to be living in, like, you know, in a homogenised sort of household living across the world, you know, where everything actually gets improved, and things will actually improve across the world eventually, because there's no monetary restraint. It's a world of what is money is no object, you know, and this is what it is, you know, and now we can actually start to take back basically our freedom from this governmental banking world system that we're all under, you know, and take back basically our freedoms. Right, I'll leave it there for now, but have a nice day and evening, but I've got to clear that up more. Alright, see you later.